Sometimes making art feels like ecstasy, bliss, the ultimate satisfaction. Mentally, I'm in a field of flowers in full bloom. The confidence of my inner art god is activated. I'm so focused, I feel like I could burn a hole into a wall. I feel myself leveling up with every stroke, smudge, scribble being put onto each piece of paper. The satisfaction of turning that blank paper into something that I am proud of is intoxicating. Other times, making art feels like I'm being waterboarded, tortured, and punished. At this point, I feel like a prisoner in my own mind. It can get to a point where making art feels like I have to drag myself to my desk. The problem with this feeling is the cruel thoughts that start ringing.
Why don't you want to draw? I thought this was the light of your life. Aren't you an artist? Guess you aren't a real artist. Don't you care about reaching your art goals? Why do you even have a sketchbook? Did you forget how to draw? You still haven't filled the sketchbook?
It's easy to turn the volume down on these thoughts if you have a job, because then you can disassociate with something that doesn't have any true value to you. It's just a job, and in some ways that is a blessing because it gives you permission to not draw. If you don't have a job or you're a student and you have these feelings, there is nothing stopping you from engulfing yourself in these feelings and then spiraling into demanding something of yourself. And if you don't perform, your day is just stuck and feeling paralyzed. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you're being cruel to yourself for having a day job. Maybe your dream is to leave this day job and work full-time as an artist. So on your days off, you have this overwhelming feeling like you can't do anything with your days off other than somehow being productive about your art goals. Really quickly, before we move on, just a quick PSA that this is the part of my personality that I have not found the right solution for, and it is a constant balancing act. But for now, here is a behind-the-scenes look into my creative process over the years. Hello, my name is Jasmine, aka Jazz Sketch, and I isolate myself when I'm going through a creative burst. But I also isolate myself for not getting anything done. This results in me struggling to find the balance of wanting to be outside enjoying the world while simultaneously feeling like I should be home drawing. My internal voice is telling me, I don't deserve to be outside. I've not earned the right to go out. I wasn't productive enough. My work isn't good enough yet. Is everything just a distraction from the amazing feeling that is entering the art zone? What? No! You need family, friends. Connecting with your loved ones is important. When was the last time you checked in with your mother? You need to do your taxes, car registration, and when was the last time you got an oil change? It's been a difficult balance, but the past few years I have been kinder to myself and recognize that I have made improvements. But make no mistake, it is a constant struggle. It doesn't always go to the extreme, but I recognize the habit. I learned to better control the voices. Don't respond to every shiny thought, and don't let it cast a shadow over the precious ones. I have learned to balance the flow of these emotions and not punish myself for feeling them. I'm allowed to feel like I don't want to draw. I'm also allowed to find freedom in the art zone. It might just be me who feels these highs and lows, and I just happen to be this person who also draws. Is this an artist trait or just me? Yeah, probably just a me problem. When I first started my art practice, these thoughts were so loud. It felt like there was no room to hear any other voice. My thoughts were so focused on my artist identity and improving my skills, and eventually my skills did improve. And I became kinder to myself. But that didn't mean I was always having this amazing flow state experience every time I just glanced at my desk. I've learned that not feeling like I have the fire to create isn't always linked to what I'm drawing exactly. And I say this because sometimes I hear, just draw what you love and it'll flow out of you. And yes, but also, you can be deciding to draw what you love and still have this empty feeling inside. And that feeling usually has nothing to do with you sitting at your desk to make art. Doesn't matter how skilled your art gets, that empty feeling will keep you from really enjoying the process. And what exactly is that empty feeling? Basically, it's you trying to pour from an empty cup. A great book to read on the topic would be The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I'm sure you've seen it around at this point, might be annoying to hear, but honestly, it had an extremely positive impact on my life, so I feel like I need to pay it forward. To sum it up, you need to go on your artist dates and you need to do your morning pages. No ifs, ands, or buts. It will force you to interact with the world. Go do something inspiring. Go join a dance class, find a beautiful hike, go to a museum, ride a roller coaster, join an acting class, sit at a park, touch grass. What I'm trying to say is, start implementing discipline towards the things that benefit your overall mental health. Being a psychopath who doesn't leave their room is not the answer. You will probably get better at art, but it is not sustainable. You will hurt your relationship with your art. Also, don't fill this creative void with alcohol, self-medicate while watching trash TV, and doom scrolling while eating poison. In my experience, there will be times in your art journey when you need to put your oxygen mask on first before your arts. If you need to turn your art discipline brain off to save your overall mental health, do it. Go build good habits. Another book I would recommend is Atomic Habits. All right, let's move on. So now I have it all figured out. I've got my confidence, my good habits. It's all easy breezy from here. Am I right? Well, with every step up this creative mountain comes a new challenge, and this one for me was, and still is, resistance. I may not be thinking that I'm not good enough, and sure, I have my healthy habits, but now I'm thinking of all the ways I can distract myself from getting the work done. I could sit at my desk and draw, but I could also clean out my closet, go to the gym. Am I hungry? Ooh, a self-help book. I'm avoiding the work,